Now, since we're talking about customer experience and the user experience, let's understand this. User experience, customer experience, and service design. So we'll also understand service design, what is that, and how it impacts the customer experience. All three follow a human-centered approach, focusing on the human experience and the quality of the product or service. All are important for business success, but they are different from each other. So like we have three different circles here. One is service design, another is customer experience, and then we have the user experience. If you see this customer experience circle, so here what happens is like the customer experience is a big stuff, and then there is a subset of that, and that's basically called as the user experience. So user experience is a subset of customer experience. So now let's understand what is user experience. So user experience deals with people interacting with the product and the experience they receive from that interaction. So we being digital experience designers, so here it means that yes, all the digital products, be it website, be it mobile app, the experience that the user gets when they interact with this product, so that is called as the user experience. So user experience could be like good, bad, okay, depending upon the kind of experience it is. And these are generally measured with these metrics. Okay, so remember these terms like success rate, increase in revenue, error rate, abandonment rate, time to complete a task, and clicks to completion. So these are important metrics. As a UX designer, we keep this in mind when creating products, and these are generally the KRAs or the KPIs or the KRAs of the designers. Fine. Now let's understand what is customer experience. So customer experience encompasses all the interactions a person has with a brand, not just with the product, but with the brand. And here, experience could be the experience that the user gets when interacting with a sales agent in a store. That could be like one experience. Okay. The other could be someone calling the call center and the experience during that conversation and so on. So it covers everything. It covers all the interactions a person has with the brand at all the touch points. And it's measured in different terms. Different metrics are used here. So that is basically overall experience across all touch points, likelihood to continue use. So depending upon whether they like the product or not, and whether they will continuously use the product or continue to use the product, and likelihood to recommend to others. Okay, so this needs to be thought through, and these are the different metrics that we generally use to map the customer experience. So here we need to understand that yes, UX is a part of a broader CX, but CX contains some aspects outside of the product that UX does not include. Now, this is also important. So in order to understand like how the ecosystem works, so we also need to understand what is service design, and this is sometimes also called as SD. So SD is what? SD is multidisciplinary, considers interaction across all channels and touch points. So whatever happens, like in the customer experience, same thing happens here. But here, there are two different perspectives. One is from the customer point of view, and the other from the business. So basically, how also the employees feel about the company and the work culture and so on. Okay. So here, the key point that we should note is that yes, happy employees can only serve customers and make them happy, right? Only happy employees can provide good services to the customer. So that's why when a designer is working as a service design, he not just only focuses on the end users or the customers, but also the internal employees. Fine. So it considers interaction across all channels and touch points, not only from a customer's perspective, but also from an organization. So what are the internal processes in the organization, in the company, whether the people are happy or not, or the employees are happy or not. Okay. So, and these are measured using different metrics like NPS, customer satisfaction score, then CSAT, customer effort score, then customer lifetime value, cost to service, time to market. These are the different metrics that we use to measure the success of service design. Now let's understand the key differences between CX, UX, and SD. So let's understand UX first. So when following UX process, the focus is on what? Focus is on design and development of single customer touchpoint. Okay. And it also includes the others also, but like if we start with focus experience, to make this specific touchpoint easy and more enjoyable to use. And the key components included here are UX research, accessibility, usability, information architecture, user interface, design, content strategy, visual design. And you already are aware of these terms and these processes. This next is the CX, the design and the implementation of all touchpoints across all channels and the entire customer journey. So as I said earlier, so it covers all the channels, and the aim is to increase overall customer satisfaction, loyalty, and advocacy. Right? So objective is always to improve customer experience across all touch points. And here the key components are what? Advertising and marketing. How the brand positioning has happened, or what is the brand positioning? What is the messaging? Okay. So brand reputation, what is the sale process? And fairness of the pricing, product delivery, service delivery, okay, customer experience, customer support, plus each individual product's UX. So overall, how the company has positioned the product, how are they marketing, and what is the price, how is the product delivered, and what is the service, okay, that the company gives in regards to the product. So everything is CX and everything from the customer point of view. Now let's understand SD. So SD is what? It's same as CX, but also the behind the scene activities. So who is delivering? Who has worked on the product? Okay, and who would be serving the customers? So everything around that, that enables those experiences to be delivered as intended. So if the behind the scene activities, in the sense of like, if the employees are happy, they will make happy customers, they will serve them in a better way. So SD tries to cover and understand all these things. So the aim is to holistically improve service quality and the interaction between the brand, its employees, and the customers. And here what's came into this picture? The employees also. What are the key components? Is the customer experience. Yes, customer experience is an important component. And then the operational model design. So what is the operational process? How does the business process? Okay, I mean, like, the operation processes, and how do they plan? How do they treat people? What is the work culture? What is the process that they generally follow? What is the infrastructure? Everything within the organization, as well as the CX, the whole CX. So both forms SD. So now user experience we already covered. Like, it deals with the product, and it covers UX, accessibility, usability, information architecture, interface design, content strategy, visual design. And what is customer experience? Customer experience is end to end, right? So customer experience also includes like advertising and marketing, brand reputation, sales process, fairness of pricing, product delivery, and all those things. Fine. A brand may have a superior product, but it may fail if it's not able to reach customers at various stages of encountering it. So we'll understand that. The goal of a CX consultant is to align business strategies with the actual customer's overall experience, with the customer's happiness in mind. So remember this. So end goal is to keep customers happy. So the customer experience designer, he or she focuses on the businesses, the users, and all the touch points, and the aim is always to make customers happy.